Hi, this is Ellie Mae with Silhouette Secrets Plus, and today I'm going to share with you 5 secrets or 5 tips that will get you going into the new year for your Silhouette Studio software that can help your studio program run a little bit smoother or can save you some headache and frustration down the road for the future. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about a library backup. So we're going to click on the library tab in the top right corner. And you're going to, first, I am using the Silhouette Studio software that is version 4.3.353. You're going to find this information under the Help section in your Silhouette software if you are a Windows user, and then About Silhouette Studio. If you are a Mac user, you're going to find it in the top left corner under Silhouette Studio, and then About Silhouette Studio. So you can tell that I'm using a version of 4.3.353. The letters after tell me what version of the upgrade I have. So I have Silhouette Studio Business Edition. So this information right here can be very useful when we're trying to troubleshoot on any issues. I'm going to click OK. So this is going to work for Silhouette Studio users who have version 4.2 or higher. And this is what your library will look like. You're going to click on your name in the top left corner, and you're going to choose Library Export. When you do that, it's going to ask you where you want to save this file. We're going to choose Browse Computer, and it's going to open up your Windows or your Mac window, and you're going to choose where to save the file. I have a folder created for backups. So what I like to do is I like to choose My Library, and I add the date. So I'm going to add 12/29 of 19, today's date, and I'm going to click OK. I'm going to add an extra number because I've already saved today. So I'm going to choose OK. It's going to tell me what my selected location is, and I'm going to choose Export. And then you're going to be patient while the Silhouette Studio software compiles all the data and sends it to a backup file. So you're going to choose Export, and it's going to show you a pop-up window with the progress that it is doing for that file. Just be patient with your computer. It's going to take it a little bit of time depending on how big your library is. So I have also linked the instructions in the blog post on my website and above for anybody who's using the software that's prior to 4.2, and that will show you how to export the library for both sections of the library. The second thing we're going to talk about is we're going to go back to the Design tab, and we're going to talk about recovered documents. So I'm just going to open a new design mat here so you can see that. If you have any files in your recovered documents, you will see this when you first open the Silhouette software. However, if it doesn't pop up, or if you already have the software open, you can go up to File in the top left corner, choose Open Recovered, and this is where you will see some recovered documents. This will happen if the autosave feature has kicked in and your software has closed unexpectedly, or your computer shut down, possibly for Windows updates, unexpectedly. So you can find this either when you first open the software, this panel will pop up, or under File and Open Recovered. These are files that every time you open the software, those files are going to be reloaded again in the memory. So if you clear these out on a regular basis, it will help your software run smoother. The software is not having to load every single one of those files each time that it opens. So you want to make sure that you have saved these files. And I know that these files are ones that I don't need to save. So I'm just going to choose Discard All. And I'm going to choose Discard. It's going to clear that out. So if I was to open my recovered documents, again, you're going to see that there's no documents there. It has discarded all of those. So now the software is no longer remembering those every single time I open it, which can help your software run a bit smoother. Number 3 that we're going to talk about is setting up a library snapshot. And this is an awesome feature that is in versions 4.2 and higher. So we're going to click back on the library tab. We are going to click on our name in the top left-hand corner, and we're going to choose settings. And when you do, you're going to have an option here for library snapshot. It says library snapshot allows you to capture your current library instance or to revert your library to an older saved instance. This will come in handy if you ever have a library that has a corrupt file, or you've downloaded a font that might be corrupt, or any of those cases that could happen. It is in addition to your backup file. So I have mine set up that every time I open my software, it will create a library snapshot. Library snapshot is computer specific. So it will only show the snapshots that are made on this computer every time I open the software. If I was to go to a different computer or access the software on a different computer, that will be a separate snapshot on that computer. So I'm going to click on library snapshot, and you can see all of these snapshots that have been captured on my computer. The other thing to note is that I have it set up here. You can change this how you want it set up, daily, weekly, or monthly. Mine is set up to take a snapshot daily. It's also set to unlimited number of snapshots. Mine's set to do a snapshot daily. However, it will only do it daily if I have the Silhouette Studio software closed and then I reopen it. So if I keep my software open for a whole week, it's not going to take a snapshot because I haven't closed the Silhouette Studio software. So we want to make sure that, and you can scroll through here, I have a lot. It takes a snapshot. I haven't closed, or I had not closed my Studio software, looks like, or opened it, closed and opened it from December 19th to the 25th. So during that time frame, it did not take a library snapshot. And so any changes or syncs to the library that were happening were not captured in that snapshot until December 25th. So you want to make sure to be aware of that. It's always a good habit to get into to close your software on a regular basis, and also to shut down your computer in a full computer shutdown, not just a restart, but a full computer shutdown to clear everything out and to make things run smoothly. So you can set this up if you have version 4.2 or higher, and I think it's a great feature, great thing to set up. So I have mine set up for daily. You can also, if you need to, you can delete snapshots, you can browse them to review their contents. You can also revert back to a snapshot, and this is what you would do if you encounter a corrupt file. You could also go back to a snapshot of your library before you were having issues. So there are options, and this is a great feature. It's, nothing is 100% safe, so having a backup file and a library snapshot is a great feature. So we're going to close that. And the next thing that I'm going to show is how you can organize your library. So when you download files from the Silhouette Design Store, they automatically download into a recent downloads folder. And I'm going to expand that out a little bit. If you want to create a new folder in that recent downloads, you're going to right click on it and you're going to choose new folder. And when you do, it's going to create a new folder all the way at the bottom of your library tree menu here. I'm going to scroll down and I can double click on it and I can change the name. And I'm just going to choose a name, Silhouette Video, just for the video's sake, and hit enter. And then it will reorganize that in alphabetical order. Now you can move your designs. So I'm going to click back on my recent downloads where the majority of my designs are stored. And I'm going to scroll down. At the top, you're going to see all the folders I've created. So I'm going to scroll down to my designs. And you can see I have the designs in this general folder. Well, I can then move these designs into the folders I've created. So I have one folder on the left-hand side that's 3D designs. I'm just going to move this 3D Christmas tree. So I'm going to left click and drag it over into that 3D folder. You want to make sure that the folder you want it to go into is highlighted when you move your mouse over top of it, when you have that design clicked and dragged. When I drag it into there, it changes the number to 108, and that design has disappeared on the right-hand side. So once again, I'm going to left click and drag that design over into that 3D folder. It's highlighted. I'm going to let my left click mouse button go. It changes the number to 109, and my design has disappeared. Now to select multiple designs, I have several 3D projects here. So I'm going to click on the first one, hold my shift key down, and then I'm going to click on the last one that I want. So if my designs are all in a row, I left click on the first one, hold my shift key down, click on the last one. Now I can let go of the shift key. All of those designs are highlighted. I'm going to left click and I'm going to drag all of those over into the 3D file. Again, making sure that that 3D file is highlighted, and let my left click go on my mouse, and it will move those files, all of that group of files that was selected, over into that spot. Now, that's the final 5th tip. However, if you organize your Silhouette library like this, you want to make sure that your library syncs here with the current time and date stamp. It will match your computer. So if your computer's clock is wrong or date is wrong, then your timestamp is going to be wrong, but it's going to match whatever your computer is set to. So you want to make sure that it's synced. You'll be able to tell that it's synced by this little green check mark, and it says synced. You can also click on the sync button, and you'll see the sync little arrows going. It'll give you that green check mark. After you have reorganized your library, you want to create a backup of that library again. And you're going to click on the left side of the top of the library, your name, choose Library Export, and go through those steps all over again, because you have now changed your library. So you want to export a backup copy of that library as you are seeing it now. I hope these Silhouette secrets and tips have helped you, and that you get started off into the new year with a clean, fresh, smooth software experience. If you have any questions, find me at SilhouetteSecrets.com or on Facebook at Silhouette Secrets with Ellie Mae. Have a great day. Thank you.